continue learning is because there is no requirement. Right? So, if they cannot do anything, they will just forget about it. In a job, if they cannot do the job, they will resign. That was 38, 40 years ago. Probably now you start to see it in your country. In my country, right, I come from Malaysia. In the 1970s, you can see people like that. Right? If the boss asks them to do, the employer asks them to do something more, and they don't know how to do, the only answer is, sorry, tomorrow I'll leave the job. Correct? They don't want to. Don't you agree? But then as time goes on, with the rapid advancement of world growth, economy, technology, you'll find that some people start to realize if they don't learn, they'll lose out. If they can accept it, why not? Agree on it. If they can accept it, why not? But then, because of the understanding of the government agency all over the world, that human being need to be pushed. That's why you have got what my fellow panelists have mentioned, government framework, right? Government rulings to push, because they feel that there must be a thinking parameter being changed. People must understand that in order to survive in this world, they have to keep on learning. Why do they have to keep on learning? Because the world is changing rapidly. If they don't keep up to it, they will end up losing. Again, it boils down to, if the person can accept it, why not? People must understand. It's not just about university organizing courses, but it's very important to cultivate the person to think that lifelong learning is something very, very important. I come from the University of Information Technology and Management in Poland, and the department I'm attached to is called lifelong learning. Okay, so from a very early age, in my 20s, I already started to provide extra education to dropouts. So these people is because they don't have the ability to complete the formal education system. With poor, right? They will just drop off after lower secondary and come out to the work market. They can continue to study, to educate themselves, and to educate themselves is because they don't have the economic means. So when they realize that they are being blocked down, then they will start to want to learn. Alright? So I, at a very early age, have set up a center to allow people to learn accounting. To equip them with the basic accounting knowledge is a skill, no doubt. So that they can go back to the office instead of just being a clerk doing filing, they can do some simple accounts. That, I believe, is also lifelong learning, part of lifelong learning. Now, lifelong learning is compulsory in a sense that technology is changing and it has been packed into the education institution simply because the education institution has got the environment. But institutions must understand that the objective is different. Lifelong learning objective is different from education. Education is a different thing. So lifelong learning can continue and these two things can coincide. That's why nowadays you can find people studying masters in education, lifelong learning. In the class, when you talk about studying a master degree in education and you want to have a concentration in lifelong learning, people say, what's there to study? Correct? It's not a subject matter, it's only a concept. So, in my opinion, there must be a lot of shift in the thinking paradigm. So people understand that lifelong learning is something voluntarily, this must be voluntarily, continuous, and self-motivated. People cannot ask you to at least go and learn something like. If he feels happy about it, if he feels that I like the way I am, I just like to know how to mix coffee, I don't want to learn how to make breakfast. You want to employ me, don't employ me, I will get out. That was the thinking those days. But then nowadays people are not, because of wants, because of personal demands, and because of economic growth. they will definitely endeavor to learn more so that they can achieve more. So in my personal opinion, lifelong learning is very important, whereby the thinking paradigm must change. Then people will understand that lifelong learning, what is the purpose and why is it important. Obviously, the education institutions play a very, very important part. As I said, they have got the environment, they have got the setup, and they have got the system. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Joseph. First of all, CL remember, but CL to me is like this: is learning to make you live longer, like this. So he writes about the demand for social, for economic, and yourself. Okay. So I would like to hear from our senior. He's very senior and a lot of experience regarding to learning in 2 or 3 PhD. So please share regarding to the